Hello, we're going to go through the review for our vectors unit. First question says explain the difference between the scalar and vector quantities. Well, scalar quantities have a size or magnitude, has a magnitude. So an example of that would be running 10 miles an hour. That would be a scalar quantity. Vectors have a magnitude and direction. So running 10 miles an hour north, or can't think and write at the same time, or traveling from here to North Dakota, we're going north and west. Say if we were going 100 miles an hour, we'd be going to North Dakota, northwest, 100 miles an hour. That would be a vector. If I just said I was traveling at 100 miles an hour, that would be a scalar quantity. All right, now if I want to graph the vectors a plus b, that's taking a and putting b at the end of a, then I'm going to go from the beginning of a to the end of b. So go from the beginning of a to the end of b, and now I should put an arrow at the end of this to show its direction. All right, if I have a plus c, I would take a and I would put c at the end of a, like so. And now I'm going to draw my vector from the beginning of a to the end of c. So this is a plus c. All right, now I changed the property, so because it should start here and have an arrow here, so this is a plus c. A minus b, we're going to take a. At the end of a, we're going to draw a negative b. So negative b is going to go up in this direction, the opposite direction. So I'm going to put that at the end of this vector. So I'm going to start at the beginning of a and go to the end of negative b. So I'll say this is a, this is negative b, and so this is a minus b. All right, let's go down and do b minus c. So I start with b, drag it down. C is going up and to the left, so I am going to draw a negative c going in the opposite direction. And now I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to put negative c at the end of b. So this is b, this is negative c, and now I'm going to go from the beginning of b to the end of c. So this is vector b minus c. All right, now we're going to do 0.5 of a. So that's just going to be halfway. Oops, that's not the color I wanted. I'm going to go halfway of a, bring that down, and I'm going to add 2c to it. All right, so this is a, 2c, b1, 2. That goes from the beginning of 0.5a all the way to the end of 2c. So this is 0.5a plus 2c. Now we have negative b and negative c. So I'll draw both those negative vectors. Negative b. Oops, that's not the color I wanted. I'll draw it again. Negative b, negative c. So it's going to be negative b minus c. So my vector starts at the beginning of negative b and goes to the end of negative c. So that's negative b, negative c, negative b minus c. All right. So just got a little bit more on the first page to do this one. Now D does not work for this particular one, but AB plus CD. AB is here, CD is here. So if I add these together, I put CD at the end of AB, so that makes from A to J. AB plus FE, so we have AB again, FE looks like this. So if I put this at the end of our first vector, that creates the vector AC. AB minus JG. JG looks like that from here on down. So the negative of that is going to be like this here. So I need to put that right there. Now that goes off our graph. So let's see if there's any equivalence. AB is the same as HJ. And now if I do this, HC will be equivalent to those two. I could also move this down and say from G to D. That's also another answer. Should make my H more legible. All right, and that's the end of the first page.